I think I'm going to get started just so that we can get the show on the road here. The first couple minutes is pretty basic information anyway, so if anybody misses out on that, I don't think it's a huge deal. Can everybody see my screen?
Yep, looks good.
Perfect. Let me just put it in presentation mode real quick. All right. So first of all, thanks everybody for coming to the webinar today. This is really just a resource for you guys to sort of get you prepared for what we've created here at Kidsport Canada for you to use for the Give the Gift of Sport campaign. There is a companion webinar that I did a couple months ago that would be sort of step 2 to this, which I'll go over briefly, but I'll also provide to you after the seminar if you need it. But yeah, so let's just go over who I am first. So if you've never heard of me, I'm Lauren Maharaj. I'm the Communications Development Manager at Kidsport Canada, and I basically oversee all the external and internal communications for Canada, but I also work closely with all the provinces who have their own marketing people as well. So if there's anything as it relates to you know, a branding thing, a branding question or communications question, a Canada-wide question, you can always reach out to me. Emails here, and I'll provide you guys with this after the presentation as well. So today's webinar is going to be pretty basic, very straightforward. I just want to get you guys familiar with how we distribute content, and that is through Google. So if you haven't used Google before, or you haven't downloaded things from Google before, this is perfect for you. And this would be sort of your first step to the next step of taking the content and putting it on social media. So really, I just want to get you familiar with the Google Drive, the content that we have, the promotional materials that are available to you through Kidsport Canada and your provinces for the Give the Gift of Sport, and just a little quick refresher on what the Give the Gift of Sport campaign is. Before I get into that part, this is just a quick preview of what the companion webinar is, and that is simply how to make your first post on social media. So in this particular webinar, I literally went through every single platform that we use at Kidsport Canada and most of the provinces use for marketing collateral, which is Instagram, Facebook, X, and LinkedIn. And I literally do like a full video tutorial of how to post a graphic or a photo on each one of those platforms. So if you're uncomfortable with doing that, this would be the companion webinar to this one. I'm kind of doing it in a bit of a reverse order. This one today is probably step 1. This companion webinar here, how to make your first post on social media, would be step 2. Again, I'll provide that to you guys, no problem. And this is just a little intro slide into, if you do not already have these particular platforms, these hyperlinks will take you to the sign up area, and you can sign up for an account if you want to start promoting Kidsport stuff on Facebook, Instagram, X, or LinkedIn. One of the things I would suggest is asking your province for any sort of guidelines as it relates to branding, so that you can stick with the correct logo usage, the correct color usage. Kidsport Canada also provides that, so also happy to provide that to you if you need any help or if you have any questions, but your provinces certainly have it, because that's something that we provide to them. So definitely just, consult your province if you're not really sure how you want to set that up outside of just, having your username and password. If you need photos for the profile or content, usually your province can help you with that. And Kidsport Canada also tries to help with that as well. So that's just some food for thought, but we'll put that away for now. So yeah, just as it relates to the Give the Gift of Sport campaign, we're hoping to raise another $1 million this year. We actually surpassed our goal of 1 million last year, so we're hoping to do that again. But our minimum target is still $1 million. we are running the campaign between November 25th and January 6th. And obviously this is our biggest, fundraising push for the year. It's a campaign that I'm constantly thinking about throughout the year because we're putting a lot of resources and time into it, as you'll see. We strategically align it with the holidays so that we can sort of get that final, inspiration to get people to either, give the gift of sport essentially, or, basically donate to us before the end of the year so they can take advantage of how that would work for them in terms of donations. So like I said, we're trying to hit 1 million again. More marketing promotions we can get across the country and in as many communities as possible is a big one for us. So hopefully today's webinar can kind of help you feel comfortable enough to get started on that if you haven't done that in the past. And there are a bunch of tools in the Google Drive that I'm going to show you guys that will give you even more information on Give the Gift of Sport if you're not already aware of how the campaign works. Just before I get into the Google Drive stuff, does anybody have any questions about any of the content that we've talked about up until this point?
No.
Okay, perfect. No worries. I will continue on, no problem. So the promotional materials that Kidsport Canada and the marketing committee for the national program that is Kidsport Canada created, it includes all of these things. And this is just like a very quick high-level overview of what we're giving you. We provide you an entire social media suite, bilingual, because we're trying to do English and French to represent all provinces. We give you a social media calendar, which indicates what graphic, what day, what time, and we also give you bilingual captions so you can put them in English and French. We provide you with website assets, so banners for your website, things that you can use if you want to do press releases or stories as it relates to Give the Gift of Sport and you want to keep it nice and clean, so the branding is consistent with Kidsport Canada's. We provide you with materials that are printable. So if you guys are doing events that revolve around Give the Gift of Sport, we have things in there that you can print for use so that it stays, again, consistent with the branding of the campaign. Email materials, so those nice little fancy banners at the bottom of an email signature. So everybody that's getting your emails is constantly seeing that the Give the Gift of Sport campaign is happening, as well as a really nice video suite, which includes some testimonial stories. We have ambassadors who have done stuff for us, partnership videos. So we'll go over all of that, but that's all the sort of material that we have for this campaign. And every single year we're building on it. So it's definitely a good year to get involved. So I'm going to take you into the Google Drive now. And before I do that, I just want to say that the link that I'm going to take us to is a link that your provinces will have sent you. If it's not something that you've gotten or you're not aware that they've sent it, feel free to reach out to your province rep. I usually send that to them and then they send it out however necessary. Some provinces use SharePoint, so I've also been told that a couple of provinces download it and put it into SharePoint for their chapters. However that becomes available to you is no problem, but I'm just going to show you how you could access it as if you were getting it straight from me through Google, and you don't need like a Google account or anything to do this. It's literally an open link. As long as you have the link and you can click on it and open it on a computer or even your phone, you should be able to access everything. Again, my email's at the top of this webinar, so if you have a problem, you can reach out to me or your province rep, but yeah, you shouldn't have any problems accessing this through the link provided. So I'm going to open up this link. And I'm going to just switch over what window I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, so when you press that Google link, which is the link that you'll get from your province, this is where it's going to take you. So this is the this is the Google Drive that has the entire Give the Gift of Sport suite in it. This is all your marketing materials for the entire campaign. This is what I would be drawing from. Alberta's going to be drawing from. BC is going to be drawing from. Everybody has access to this, and you can use it on during the entire campaign, however you see fit. Now, obviously, there's a lot of content in here, and if you're not used to looking at something like this, it can be overwhelming, which totally fair. So I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes going through some of the stuff in here that I think is probably most important for you if you're starting out and this is a brand new, this is a brand new bucket of content for you. So my suggestion would be if you're just starting to look at all this stuff and you want a place to start, the best place to start is the resource guide. So down here on the right, you can click that open, and the resource guide, can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that. The resource guide is literally a 9-page document that has all information as it relates to Give the Gift of Sport, our target, the runtime of the campaign, key dates that you need to know based on things that are being released or things that are happening. Some of the things that we're doing just as a matter of reference doesn't necessarily mean you need to worry too much about it. The resources that are available to you, how you can access certain things, how to use email signatures, how to use your web banners properly, how to use buttons on your website, all these kinds of things. So it's a really detailed document, and it's a very worth the time to read through it, especially if this is brand new to you. And it's also a nice way to sort of just reference something if you remember you remember that you've read something somewhere and you need to refresh your brain. It's probably the answer to the question is probably going to be in this resource guide. So this is your kind of best friend, I would say. After you've looked at that resource guide and you feel like you know it pretty well, your next best friend will be this quick guide, which is literally a 1-page document that encapsulates the most important details for marketing from the engagement guide. And so the quick guide will have a hyperlink to the donation page, which let's just take a look at it so I can show you the donation page for the Give the Gift of Sport campaign. This is where people will land when they're looking to donate. Oh, look, the bar's already gone up. That's awesome. So that's your donation page, which you can access from that quick guide. The Google Drive, which is where we are right now, right here. You can access it from there. It gives you key dates on things that are happening, things that you need to know. So November 25th is our launch of the campaign. The 27th, we're having an Instagram live event with some ambassadors on the Kids Sport Canada Instagram. So this is just a reminder that we're doing that. And if you're able to join, we'd love you to join. December 3rd is Giving Tuesday, which is just like sort of a national commemorative holiday, I guess, where you can, where we get to sort of piggyback on the idea of bringing more philanthropy to the world. So it's a perfect time for us. And January 6th, which is when the campaign wraps. And then at the bottom are the key dates for all the posts that we're hoping as many provinces and chapters can get involved in. And when we say Canada-wide social media posts, we mean there are around, 15 to 20 posts throughout the entire campaign that are available for you to use. That can be really overwhelming for volunteers, and it can also be really overwhelming even for staff who just do not have the time to deal with that much content for a 6-week campaign. So we narrowed down these 5 posts for you to sort of focus on if you want to get involved, but you can't do every single post. These would be the 5 key ones that would be your best bet. So that's your quick guide. After the quick guide, if you're comfortable with the engagement resource guide, you're comfortable with the quick guide, your next stop would be the calendar, which is down here in like an Excel document. This looks like a big complex document, especially if you're not looking at it all the time. I'm used to it because I had to create it and I've used it for a couple of years now. But this is where all of your, this is basically your calendar of events for all the content that is going to go out over the course of this campaign. And so we've tried to make it as easy as possible for you to essentially just go step 1, step 2, step 3. So for example, if you see here under column B is the content. So under A, we have our date, which would be the launch date. This is the content you're going to be putting out. This is the English caption that you'll pair with this content. There's also French if you want to use it. And then these are the suggested social media accounts to post it on. So it's all pretty much laid out for you. Your job is essentially just to decide what is most beneficial for you, what you can post, what you can handle, and how to use it. And we've sort of set it up for you so you can just follow along as you go throughout the campaign. Now, some of these things have videos spliced in there. We can get to video in a bit, but if video is too intimidating for you, not a problem. We just encourage you to try your best with the Canada-wide 5, which would be awesome. So we can get as much branding and awareness as possible. But the video content is also there for your use as well. So yeah, that's your calendar. I'm just going to move back into the Google Drive. So far we've gone over your engagement guide, your quick guide, and your calendar. The next thing that you'll want to spend some time looking at is your social media content. So if you're comfortable with all that stuff and you're thinking, okay, cool, I want to post the Canada-wide 5. Your social media posts will be in this folder, and you can go through it and see everything is duplicated in English and French. You do not need to download all the English and all the French. You can just download whatever works for you. And, let's just say you want this testimonial one. Every single graphic here has this more actions dotted line here, and you just have to hover over it, or you can right click and press download. And once you download, it's going to, for me on Windows, I'm on Microsoft Edge, the browser, it shows up here, it goes into my downloads, and I can easily find it in my downloads. Same thing here. If you want to just download the whole thing, you can download it the exact same way, and it'll download everything in this folder, which also is something you can do if you want to download the entire suite. Same thing. You can just download it. It'll download, hover over the folder, download it. It'll show up in your downloads, and it'll show up as a zip file, which you just need to click and unzip, but it'll show up on your computer. So pretty easy stuff. I'm just going to go over into the video files now just to give you a peek at what this looks like, but no pressure if it's too much to use video. Sometimes video can be intimidating to use because it's a little bit more complicated. But these are the videos that we've provided for you guys. There's 4 separate videos this year. We've got a really cool PSA that we did with one of our
fondest memories of my dad.
We're going to be on TV, so that's really awesome. We've got a partnership video with our friends at Play Hockey.
Hello, everyone. Greg
and CEO Greg Ingles. And same thing, you can download this the exact same way that you can download those graphics. We've got a shout out video with Kurt Browning, and our campaign videos in English and French, which the French version is just French captions. So outside of those sort of 4 or 5 things, the rest of the stuff in here is really just available to you if you want to use it. So like I said, your best friends are the social media posts folder, the calendar, the engagement guide, and the quick guide, which you can see a little bit better in this view. Everything else is sort of specific to how you want to use it. So we've got a banner here that you can put on your profile on Twitter if you want to do that. We have a banner that can go on the website. We have a banner for thank you emails if you want to put this underneath an email with text and you want to add a thank you card. We've got another banner type for LinkedIn, another banner type also for LinkedIn. We also have a bunch of files available to you that you can use for resources. So for example, this file under, sorry, I'll just show you the file folder. The file folder is GGOS 2024 files. We've got how to create a team page, literally step by step. So you can create your own team page for fundraising that will link in with the Give the Gift of Sport one. And just other files that you can use that you can edit on your own. So let me just share this, for example. A letter, if you want to create something to send to a company, that can be really helpful because it's already written out for you. You just kind of need to edit it for your own liking. As well, a solicitation letter. Oh, sorry, that's the French one. Let me get that back on here. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Yeah, so then this as well. If you need to use this letter for anything, you can change the language however it works for you. And I'm just going to get myself back in here. Sorry. Yeah, and then again, general email header, you can put that in your email as a nice signature. Those are really nice. Those are really nice options to add in just, you know, during the duration of the campaign. So you can show brand consistency and then remind people that you're emailing that this is going on, and then a Facebook cover. So there's a ton of different stuff in here for you guys to use. Again, like I said, there's a lot in here, so it can be really overwhelming. Just take note of the things that I sort of pointed out that I think are like great starting points if you're wanting to look at this package and see where you can start. And again, just sort of nailing down the most important things which are available to you in this quick guide. These 5 posts, if you want to focus on just a couple of things, those 5 posts are awesome, right? If that's what you can manage. And you can download them all here. You have the entire calendar at your disposal and what's in the calendar, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just going to switch over to one more thing. And excuse me. So that's it really for the Google Drive, and really all I wanted to show you today in this webinar. Do you guys have any questions, concerns, thoughts for me, things that weren't covered that you'd like answered in terms of the Give the Gift of Sport package?
I just want to say thank you for all these materials. Honestly, we would not have much of an Instagram presence without these things. They're so helpful. It's been a big learning curve for me, but it's so helpful to have these things prepared. And we have, you know, posts coming up that we wouldn't have otherwise, I think. So really appreciate it. It's pretty clear what you just presented. So
awesome.
Appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
I'm really glad to hear that, because that's really why we're doing it. We want to make sure that we can make it easier for you guys so you can focus on the other things that are more important, you know, maybe not spending a bunch of time on social. So yeah, I'm very happy to hear that. So if you need any help with anything, or you know, you just need like a clarification on stuff, feel free to just reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I'm glad that you're using it.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem. Any further questions from anybody? That anything that you'd like covered or you'd like answered before I let you guys go? Cool.
Yeah.
Well, again, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I'll provide you guys with the materials that I cited in this webinar. I'm recorded it too, so I'll give you the link to the last one if you wanted to take a look at it, and then as well as this stuff. And I'll also just send you the Google Drive link as well, just in case you haven't gotten it from your provinces yet. But if for whatever reason it gets lost in the fray in your emails, your provinces will have it and I'll have it. So no problem there.
Perfect.
Great.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, and happy Give the Gift of Sport. Hopefully we can see you guys put some stuff out there. We'd love to see that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you.